How you guys doing? Josh here with Ohio Fish Rescue. Now you guys remember that my buddy's tank sprung a leak and he brought all these expensive fish over for me to watch for him. Well, he got a little bit scared to transport this lynx cat again, so we had struck a deal. So for those of you that know about the lynx cat, they are super hard to transport, and they're just very temperamental. That's why, you know, most of them die in shipping and whatnot. So I had some big sumps for sale, and he's building a big tank. So I went ahead and traded him one of my 6-foot long sock tables that has, you know, six-inch socks. It has a chamber to boil all of your media, and it's basically essentially a 500-gallon, 400-gallon sump box that holds extra water and all of your filtration. So I went ahead and traded him that sump, and I got this lynx cat out of the deal. So we're going to go ahead and stick him in the 4,400-gallon tank. Alright guys, I'm going to attempt to go ahead and catch him and move him into the 4,400-gallon tank. As you can see, he's lightning fast. Not an easy fish to catch. Ooh, he's super quick. Okay, off to the new tank we go. Oh, there we go. Look at him. Now you guys can see, he's just going in, and he's now got a heck of a tank to roam. You guys know these lynx cats need a lot of room, and they will be constant swimmers all day, all night. And he was, you know, close to 24 inches, and he comes in here and looks tiny, but he looked massive in that other tank. So it just goes to show you how big some of these fish are. And he's got lots of room to grow and enjoy his life in this 4,400-gallon tank. You guys can see the window's a little bit dirty right now. I'm in the midst of doing tank maintenance. Can you go check that 550 for me? It's filling with water right now. Thank you. Well, as you can see, there's a little bit of confusion everywhere, and he just took off. Like I said, he's lightning fast, but this is a rare catfish in the hobby. And there's a reason for that. They're super hard to come by. You don't see them at a small size. Most of these guys are wild caught, and once they're wild caught, they are, you know, at least 16 to 18 inches. You know, these guys will run anywhere from 500 to 750 bucks a piece. Plus you have to pay shipping, and the only way to do that is if you do cargo to cargo and you do the next flight guarantee. And even still then, some of them possibly still might end up dead. But I'm having a hard time just keeping up with this guy on camera, and I'm stepping away from the tank quite a bit. So you can see he's super active. I don't think there will be any issues in this tank, but there's always a possibility with these Perun sharks right here. These guys are getting so big. I'm actually contemplating putting him out in a 58,000-gallon pond for right now, because he is starting to get a little aggressive. And if you guys know about Perun sharks, the size of that mouth is just astounding. But he is a beautiful fish, and we have 3 of them. Well, actually we have 4. The 4th one's a short body, but we have 3 of these high fin Perun sharks like this. And if you guys know, they get massive. They can get around 6 foot or so. And this guy right here, I'd say he's 26 to 28 inches long. And he's only 16 months old. It's just amazing how fast these things grow. And they have the attitude and the stomachs to match him. You can see that stomach on him. He will just come down, vacuum up all the fish or all the shrimp. Basically whatever we feed, he's down there, along with his good old cousin and his little brother right there. So with any new fish adding to a tank, I will monitor this guy for the rest of the night, make sure he's not getting picked on, and if I have to get in there and catch him out, that's going to be a hassle and a half. But I do like how he just cruises the bottom of the tank. That's going to be awesome for this tank because there's not really too many bottom dwellers besides the Niger cat and this giraffe cat. And he's just so active, and I just absolutely love this catfish. So back over here in the 550, we have this Tiger shovel nose catfish. He's going to go over to the 3,000 gallon. He's going to join the rest of the TPSN over there. He's pretty hefty in size. So you guys have been asking about, you know, days in the life of OFR. We've done it in the past. We'll continue to do it. But this is Sunday morning. We're doing tank maintenance. I just did a water change on the 700, water change on the 550 quarantine. These are not on our system, so I still have to do water changes on them. But in the midst of the water change, I'm using water from our system that we know is good. We're adding it to them. That's dual purpose. They get a water change, and B, these fish are acclimated to our water that we can go ahead and take these fish and move them straight into their new tanks. So now I'm going to go ahead and catch this Tiger shovel nose right here. But first, I need a net. Alright guys, we're back with this handy dandy net. Now I get to catch the Tiger shovel nose. Now one thing you guys want to remember is if you use a net with bigger holes on them, their arms can get stuck in them, so either you won't want to use fine mesh or you won't want to use a rubber net. I absolutely love this net, but you can see there's getting to be holes in it because I catch too many fish. So we're going to go ahead and catch this big boy and take him over to the 3,000. You might even be a little bit too big for this net, but there's a will, there's a way. Oh, wow. Oh, he's fast now. All right. So, into the 3,000 you go. Enjoy your life. Hope you make lots of friends in there. Well, we can go ahead and see. He is the smallest Tiger shovel nose in here, but he's over 20 inches long, so he's bigger than a couple cats in here. But compared to our Tiger shovel nose that we've been growing out for quite some time, he's not as big. But you can see there's already starting to be a little bit of, you know, attitude there. They're checking each other out. It normally happens with catfish of this nature, but like I said, I will keep an eye on them. You can see my big boy right there. But we got the little guy back there. Once everyone establishes this is my area, everything should be fine. So, like I said, I will watch these guys throughout the day, both the Tiger shovel nose and the Lynx cat, and we will see how this turns out. I don't think there should be a problem in here at all either. But you guys keep asking about Big Betty. Now I just stirred up a bunch of the dirt that's been hiding underneath the driftwood. But Big Betty right here, she's doing amazing. She's eating great. She's got her coloring back as you should. She still has that problem with her mouth being bent open. I'm not sure if that will ever be fixed. And you can see she's got gill curl on the sides of her gills. But that's from being in a small tank and not really having the adequate room to grow. So her body features did not develop the way that they should be. At least now she is swimming like a normal pacu. It took us the longest time for her to not be sitting vertical at the top of the water trying to drink air, because that's what she was so used to in that 125 gallon tank. But she is a big girl, and she's loving her life in this 3,000 gallon aquarium. Back out here 24 hours in the future, the Lynx cat seems to be doing just fine. No bites, scrapes, bruises, nothing on him. So I think he's going to be just fine in this tank. I have not fed them yet, so I have not seen them eat in this tank. That is the next step. Always, once you add a new fish, you want to make sure they are eating in their new environment, so they're not, you know, stressed. You're not seeing it. They're not eating, then they, you know, perish away. But next step is get him eating, and then he gets to live out his life in this 4,400 gallon tank, which is 14 foot long, 7 foot from front to back, and 6 foot tall. Now you guys might not think this tank is that big in the videos, but you actually come along the side of it. That is an 8 foot piece of 1.5 inch thick acrylic You know, it starts right up here at the end, comes all the way down here, and just covers a little bit of the back portion. So, you know, this tank is just humongous. It's as tall as me. When I get in there, I can't, you know, just reach my head up and grab some air. I gotta have, you know, full diving equipment on, weight belts and breathing apparatuses. So, you guys who think this tank is small on video, every time someone comes here, they're just astounded by the complete sheer size of this tank alone. But, as I said, I think the Lens Cat's going to do just fine. And let's take a look over here at the Tiger Shovelnose. Oh, here he is, front and center. As you can see, nobody's picking on him. We had that first little scuffle right when we put him into the tank. One of the big hybrids, you know, nipped at him and said, "This is my territory." That's, you know, common against big catfish. But, as you can see, he already ate. He already came in here with a big belly, but we did feed this tank last night, and he was already on the food. So I have no worries with him. He is a great looking Tiger Shovelnose, and I also hope that he will enjoy his life in here. We've got the Dovi up here being a camera hog. This is King, and of course Big Betty. There she is. That's the big girl. As you can see, her fins are still healing up a bit. That'll still take a while before she's 100%, but just the sheer amount of recovery that she's done thus far is just absolutely crazy to me. But I thank you guys for taking the time out of your day to stop by and watch today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We added another awesome fish to our collection, and I hope that all things go well with this guy. But as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. For those of you that want to help us out, be sure to share this video. That's one of the ways that you can help us grow the most. And as always, stay fishy, my friends.